D.R.A.M.A TV 27, your platform of truth, justice, and righteousness.
Well, how you doing? Thanks a lot for having me, D.R.A.M.A TV 27. Appreciate that. My name is Soto. I was born in Brooklyn, New York. I was raised in Jersey City, New Jersey, Montgomery Projects, right in the hood in Jersey City. Not a great area, you know, the housing projects.
Okay.
Many buildings, 9 buildings, 10 buildings, you know. That's where I grew up at since I was a kid. You know?
So pretty much in the impoverished area, like most of us come out of.
Yes, you know, drug infected area.
Yeah.
You know, high crime rate, low education there also, single parent. You know, I grew up in a household with my mom, was raised by my mother. You know, I did see my dad off and on, but not every day, like a lot of kids don't see their parents every day like that. You know, I've seen a lot of things in the housing project, so you know, what drives me, I always wanted to do the right thing in the society. I always wanted to do the right thing in my life.
Right.
You know, things do happen. I did make a mistake, and I paid for it daily every day.
Yes, sir.
And a lot of people remind me of that every day, to this day on.
Yes.
I paid my debt to society, and what I did, I did. I wish I could take it back, but I can't take it back. So I have to learn and live going down. So what can I do with that? With the experience and the trials and tribulations that I went through? Well, I can pass it on to our next brothers and sisters in our society now, to make sure that they don't go the same path that I went and a lot of other brothers and sisters going through right now. I understand these struggles. These struggles are my struggles also. And I know that I could help out and assist. Can I save everyone? No, I can't. But I can save many lives that I can and guide them in the right way.
Because if you actually acquire the seat, it will allow others to seek office or seek public service in that capacity. Did you know that? Did you realize that?
Well, to be honest, not really, to going down the line and stuff and really realizing and digest a lot of things that's going on right now.
Right.
With me, you know, and it's for a reason. You know, the reason is that I'm an ex-felon. I made my mistake. I paid my debt to society.
Yes, sir. Now let's start there. Like, when they say someone is an ex-convict or ex-felon, or let's just say your ex-girlfriend, that means that she's no longer your girlfriend, right? So if you are an ex-convict, that means you've served your time. You paid your debt to society, as you said. You paid your debt to society, and you are no longer that. So how long, what's the time frames of how long you have had any encounters or any problems with the law?
Well, since 2004, we in 2017. Right?
Yeah, that's a very long time.
You know, also a lot of other brothers and sisters out here throughout the U.S., most likely right here in Harrisburg, Pennsylvania.
Right.
They was ex-felons and they didn't get in trouble for 30 or 40 years.
Right.
You know, they just made that mistake in the past, like you say.
That's right.
Right now, we in the present.
Yes, sir.
It's time for a change, man, because, you know, if I'm a hard-working brother, you know, a lot of other brothers and sisters out there work, they pay taxes. You know, a lot of them own businesses.
Right.
They pay taxes. They own home. They pay high-end taxes also for school, you know. So, and if I could vote for Billy, John, and Judy, and Susan, why the people can't, why as an ex-felon, I can't run the whole elected office to make a change in my community?
That's right.
Let the people choose who they want to be elected in elective office.
I agree.
You know, it's only right. You know, I can make those type of changes in the school district. You know, a lot of other brothers and sisters can make changes in the community.
Right. what can the people, why should the people vote for Richard Soto? What could Richard Soto bring to the table for the people?
Well, I got 4 things on my agenda on the top. I have 1, to increase the graduation rate, that we at a 38% graduation rate. Also, to increase the test scores in the state. That a lot of them like rolling school, math, reading.
Right, they're reading below the levels as a collective.
Below basic, below average was a 38% and lower than that.
Okay.
You know, definitely. Also, to hold people accountable for the fiscal responsibility.
Okay.
We also had to hold people accountable because there's a lot of money is being wasted and it's not going to
the proper areas, right?
The proper areas that it's needed at and stuff. You know, for books and things, and teachers need help also. You know, so we need to hold people accountable for that. When I look back for contracts for 3-4 years ago in the school district, none of the contracts that I've seen benefit our children in the school district. So that's something to think about, to say, wow, what is going on here? You know, people takes the oath. When you take an oath to give the children a high quality education, you should make sure they get that. The William Penn High School, they condemned it. I think that we can reopen that up with an effort with everyone in the community
effort
involved.
Yes, sir.
The school district have a 501c nonprofit tax exempt number. So we can use that and exercise that to the best of our ability.
Far as
we can get that built from different companies to be involved.
Far as grants.
Donate and grants.
That's
and
right.
Also like that, to have an after school program where we can get the
workshops.
Yeah, workshops, carpentry class, plumbing, welding, and etc.
Yes, sir.
You know, it's going to take a whole community. Also, a nonprofit organization in the city of Harrisburg, get them involved, put them in the buildings,
yes, sir,
and stuff together. You know, be mentors and things like that, because you don't want them to be drowning in the system. You want them to succeed, because a strong school makes a strong community.
That's right.
So definitely that, because if they have a quality education and stuff like that, they're going to thrive going down the line. They're going to be a part of our city and our society, and they can thrive, and our city would thrive.
That's right.
And we have the after-school program with numbers of things there. We can put it together. We can work this thing out together. It's very important. That is a part on my agenda also. I'm definitely, people say, no, it can't happen. I say, yes, it can happen. You know, no one never tried to make it happen, you know, and stuff. You have to work across the aisle with everybody. We can get the city, the mayor involved, or we can get the state reps involved, the Dauphin County involved.
So you're saying
it had to be across the board.
So you're saying that you're willing to work with all of these entities to help get these things done, to help see the change that you want to bring forth with our education system. So you're willing to work with all of these different entities to make it happen.
Definitely, definitely. I think we had to be focused on the issues. There's a lot of negative things going on campaigning. You know, politicking is a lot.
It's rough.
Trust me. You know, a lot of attacks come to you personally because a lot of people may not like you.
Right.
And you have a lot of people who do like you.
Now,
you know?
And that's interesting because I heard you mention this before, that people may not like you. And I totally agree. People may not like me or they may not like you, but we have a common goal. We have a common issue. The school system and how our children are being taught, are being prepared for today's society. That is an issue that we must all come on the board. So I think by putting all our differences aside and focusing on this main issue that we all have, that we're all involved in, is very key.